Narrated by Al-Qasim. Aisha said, we set out with the sole intention of performing Hajj, and when we reached Sarif, a place 6 miles from Mecca, I got my menses. Allah's apostle came to me while I was weeping. He said, what is the matter with you, have you got your menses? I replied, yes. He said, this is a thing which Allah has ordained for the daughters of Adam. So do what all the pilgrims do with the exception of the tawaf, circumambulation, round the Kaaba. Aisha added, narrated by Aisha. While in menses, I used to comb the hair of Allah's apostle. Narrated by Urwa. A person asked me, can a woman in menses serve me? And can a junub woman come close to me? I replied, all this is easy for me. All of them can serve me, and there is no harm for any other person to do the same. Aisha told me that she used to comb the hair of Allah's apostle while she was in her menses, and he was in itikaf, in the mosque. He would bring his head near her in her room and she would comb his hair, while she used to be in her menses. Narrated by Aisha. The Prophet used to lean on my lap and recite Quran while I was in menses. Narrated by Aisha. Fatima bint Abi Hubaysh said to Allah's apostle, O Allah's apostle, I do not become clean from bleeding. Shall I give up my prayers? Allah's apostle replied, no, because it is from a blood vessel and not the menses. So when the real menses begins, give up your prayers, and when it, the period, has finished, wash the blood off your body, take a bath, and offer your prayers. Narrated by Asma bint Abi Bakr. A woman asked Allah's apostle, O Allah's apostle, what should we do if the blood of menses falls on our clothes? Allah's apostle replied, if the blood of menses falls on the garment of any one of you, she must take hold of the blood spot, rub it, and wash it with water and then pray in with it. Narrated by Aisha. Whenever any one of us got her menses, she, on becoming clean, used to take hold of the blood spot and rub the blood off her garment, and pour water over it and wash that portion thoroughly and sprinkle water over the rest of the garment. After that she would pray in, with, it. Narrated by Aisha. One of the wives of Allah's apostle joined him in itikaf, and she noticed blood and yellowish discharge from her private parts, and put a dish under her when she prayed. Narrated by Aisha. One of the mothers of the faithful believers, i.e. the wives of the Prophet, did itikaf while she was having bleeding in between her periods. Narrated by Aisha. None of us had more than a single garment, and we used to have our menses while wearing it. Whenever it got soiled with blood of menses, we used to apply saliva to the blood spot and rub off the blood with our nails. Narrated by Aisha. A woman asked the Prophet about the bath which is taken after finishing from the menses. The Prophet told her what to do and said, purify yourself with a piece of cloth scented with musk. The woman asked, how shall I purify myself with it? He said, Subhanallah. Purify yourself with it. I pulled her to myself and said, rub the place soiled with blood with it. Narrated by Aisha. An Ansari woman asked the Prophet how to take a bath after finishing from the menses. He replied, take a piece of cloth perfumed with musk and clean the private parts with it thrice. The Prophet felt shy and turned his face. So I pulled her to me and told her what the Prophet meant. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. The Prophet said, at every womb Allah appoints an angel who says, O Lord, a drop of semen, O Lord, a clot. O Lord, a little lump of flesh. Then if Allah wishes to complete his creation, the angel asks, O Lord, will it be a male or female, a wretched or a blessed, and how much will his provision be? And what will his age be? So all that is written while the child is still in the mother's womb. Narrated by Mu'adha. A woman asked Aisha, should I offer the prayers that which I did not offer because of menses? Aisha said, are you from the Hurora? A town in Iraq. We were with the Prophet and used to get our periods, but he never ordered us to offer them, the prayers missed during menses. Aisha perhaps said, we did not offer them. Narrated by Zainab bin Abi Sulama. Sulama said, I got my menses while I was lying with the Prophet under a woolen sheet. So I slipped away, took the clothes for menses and put them on. Allah's Apostle said, have you got your menses? I replied, yes. Then he called me and took me with him under the woolen sheet. Sulama further said, the Prophet used to kiss me while he was fasting. The Prophet and I used to take the bath of Junnaba from a single pot. Narrated by Aisha. Fatima bin Abi Hubaysh asked the Prophet, I got persistent bleeding in between the periods, and do not become clean. Shall I give up prayers? He replied, no, this is from a blood vessel. Give up the prayers only for the days on which you usually get the menses and then take a bath and offer your prayers. Narrated by Ahmadiyya. We never considered yellowish discharge as a thing of importance, as menses. Narrated by Aisha, the wife of the Prophet. I told Allah's Apostle that Safiyar bint Huyay had got her menses. He said, she will probably delay us. Did she perform tawaf with you? We replied yes. On that the Prophet told her to depart. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. A woman is allowed to leave, go back home, if she gets menses after tawaf al-ifada. Ibn Umar formerly used to say that she should not leave, but later on I heard him saying she may leave since Allah's Apostle gave them the permission to leave after tawaf al-ifada. Narrated by Aisha. The Prophet said to me, give up the prayer when your menses begin, and when it has finished wash the blood off your body, take a bath, and start praying. Narrated by Samura bin Jundab. The Prophet offered the funeral prayer for the dead body of a woman who died during delivery, i.e. childbirth, and he stood by the middle of her body. Narrated by Maymuna, the wife of the Prophet. During my menses, I never prayed but used to sit on the mat beside the mosque of Allah's Apostle. He used to offer the prayer on his sheet and in prostration some of his clothes used to touch me.